We're live in the building, Sirius Radio, Shade 45. You were here with Get Sign Magazine, Mac Millz, and the young, pretty Angela Yee.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You? Thank you for inviting us up here.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming.
Anytime, definitely love the social support. You know what I mean? Us and the fans definitely love everything you're doing out here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That's what I do it for.
All right, definitely. So we know you have strong ties with the Wu-Tang Clan. How did you originally get introduced to them?
Well, it's a funny story, but when I was in college, I went to Wesleyan University in Connecticut, and we used to do a lot of stuff like shows at school. So a friend of mine, who actually is still a really close friend of mine, his name is Scotty, and he owns a studio called Engine Room Audio in New York, and he actually was like, yo, my boy is working at Wu-Tang for Wu-Tang Management, and they want to get an intern or an assistant, and I think you'd be good for the job. So I was a little nervous. I was like, I don't know if I really want to work there. And it was in Staten Island too, so yeah. But I had a car, and I lived in Jersey at the time. So I was like, I think those guys might be a little too wild for me. So Scotty was like, you know what, just go and do the interview, and please, because I told them you were going to come. So I went down there, no resume, nothing. I just showed up, and there was like a lot of people, that were getting interviewed, but they just hired me.
Wow. Congratulations then.
Thank you.
So we hear you from Brooklyn, no?
Yes, I'm from Brooklyn.
What part of Brooklyn?
Flatbush.
Oh, what you know about Flatbush?
Let's see, not a lot. No, but that is where I'm from. I was born in Brooklyn, and I grew up on East 23rd Street in Flatbush. My mom actually went to Erasmus. I did not. They were like,
thank God.
Going there, yeah. So I always wanted to, though. I thought it would have been more fun.
Okay. So has your hometown influenced your mindset when it comes to the industry being so aggressive?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I noticed because I did move to New Jersey when I was in high school in 10th grade. And it's definitely a difference. Like growing up in Brooklyn, I was very independent. Like I was taking the public transportation, I was taking city buses, I was taking the subway. And in New Jersey, like people just don't do that because there's not really a subway. People don't take the bus like that. So I think I always was like a lot more independent, and I had a lot of street smarts, from when I was younger. I went to public school growing up, and then I ended up going to private school. So I definitely think that it made me, a lot tougher as like a kid being outside in a real city kind of area.
So now besides the Wu-Tang, who are some of the first artists and people that you developed relationship with in the industry?
Well, I think me just working for Wu-Tang was a lot because, first of all, there's so many of them, and they were all signed to different labels. And so just being there, like, you had Ghostface and Method Man on Def Jam. You had Raekwon on Loud Records and Inspector Deck. And you had Jizza on Geffen. And you had Old Dirty Bastard on Elektra. So everybody was just on different labels. And then they had the deal at Sony where they had, Epic Records. And they had Priority Records deal with Wu-Tang Records. So it was like you get to meet everybody in the industry being in that one place. Mm-hmm.
So you guys are still close?
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm just right now talking to Ghostface's manager and hearing some new stuff off the album. I went to Raekwon's listening session last week. I'll be at his album release party as well, and I think I'm going to go there and cover it and do some stuff, so definitely.
Okay, nice. I see you keeping it busy. So, like, who do you look at as a major influence in your profession or in general?
I think there's a lot of people that have influenced me. Obviously, Eminem's manager, Paul Rosenberg, somebody that has helped me out a lot. And definitely I look to him like whenever I don't know what I'm going to do next, he would be the first person that I would call up and say, okay, here's what's happening. I think obviously people like Wendy Williams, she's had like a nice long career, and Angie Martinez are people that I hope, to be in the business. I've only been doing this for not even 5 years yet. So there's a lot of people that have come before me. I love Chelsea Handler, and I like her show. So that's somebody that I would definitely want to be like.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree because Wendy Williams got like 2 shows right now. I don't know how she's doing it. She's still doing radio, right?
No, actually, she's retired from radio to concentrate on television.
Smart move. So like of your several shows you've been part of, like the Rumor Report, Lip Service, and etc. Like which ones you focus on now?
I try to focus on everything. Right now, what's important to me is I'm trying to build up my website. So I just started teamyee.tv. And I'm trying to make sure we get a lot of content on our show. We do a lot of interviews. So I want to make sure that I use that as a way to like let people see my stuff, firsthand. A lot of people will post stuff from our interviews. So why not, have it on my site first and try to do it like that. And so that's kind of my main focus right now. But lip service is always fun. It's only once a week for 2 hours. So we have a good time with that. And the morning show is definitely very important to me. I think a morning show is like an anchor of any station. So I try to make sure like every single day, I mean, it's hard getting up early in the morning and coming to work and, being all chipper and asking questions and being on point. So that's always like something I have to work hard at.
Really, well, you do it so easy.
Yeah, I conk out right after.
So like you've interviewed almost everybody. Well, which person would you say is your most memorable interview?
Most memorable, I think we've had a lot of memorable interviews for different reasons. I think Jay-Z always, that's always going to be a memorable one for me because it was my first. I was brand new. I just started. I was working with Cypher Sounds. He was the host and I was like his sidekick. And, we did a great job in that interview with Jay-Z. So I always remember that as kind of a turning point when it was the first time I ever walked out of the room and was like, wow, that was like, you could tell that was going to be a big deal. I might post that on Team Yee just so people can see because it's so old now. It was like over 4 years ago that we did that. But there's been so many, I can't even like, I don't want to forget anybody, but I had such a great time with most people. Most people.